In today's Rec Room News video, we're going to talk about Rec Room updating hair, making them all free that they decide to make, and a creator update that allows us to have more props. Of course, like and subscribe, and let's get started. Rec Room recently came out with this new update to hairs in the game. They say that they've got an update on expression in Rec Room, releasing all of their Rec Room made avatar hair for free. You can check out this blog for more information about how and why they're letting their hair down. And inside this developer blog, you'll find Rec Room Jeff saying this. In our Future of You blog, where they talked about avatar customization, we shared our vision for expression in Rec Room. Over the last month, they released some big changes to increase your core identity in Rec Room. Body sliders, face customization, and more Avatar Studio creators onboarded with thousands of new avatar items released. One of the issues we talked about before is that being you in Rec Room was tied very closely to your clothes rather than your avatars. Body and face customization have helped, but there's more we can do, and we don't want you to feel like you lose yourself each time you change your outfit. Because of all this, we made a conscious decision that finding your core identity should be a part of the free fun of Rec Room. Things that you grow in real life and are a part of your core identity. And collecting clothes, costumes, and other collectibles that are layered on top can be earned or purchased. So we're announcing that as of today, any facial or head hair that we decide to make over the last 8 years is free by default for all players, excluding any exclusive partnership items. This applies to Rec Room made hair. Hair that was made by the community via Avatar Studio is priced at the creator's discretion, with a minimum price of 350 tokens. We're going to continue working on more features to make you and your outfits more unique, and we hope you enjoy all your new hairstyles. So what are you waiting for? Get styling. They had this little FAQ, it's pretty short, and they answer one of these two questions. Can Avatar Studio creators charge for hair? Yes, Avatar Studio creators must charge for the creations they make, but all hair we've already made and any hair we make in the future will be free for all players. The minimum price as creators must charge for their hair is 350 tokens, the lowest minimum we allow for Avatar Studio creations. It's up to the creators if they want to charge more. And could you get a refund if I purchased an item that is now free? At the time you made the purchase, the hair was paid for item, so we weren't able to provide refunds for historic purchases. We hope you love experimenting with all the new hair options though that Rec Room is making available now. And some of these hairstyles you actually had to buy in the watch before. They were like, 500 tokens. They weren't that expensive, but some of them were a little expensive, and I'm glad Rec Room is deciding to do this. Also, inside the image that they actually show for the new free hair, one of the actual avatars has a new hairstyle that I've never seen before. What is that hairstyle, man? Who's rocking that in real life? Anyways though, hair stuff aside, let's talk about this creator update. It was confirmed that Rec Room is releasing 25 new environment assets as inventions for people to use when set dressing your beautiful rooms. These inventions include trees, plenty of rocks, and foliage for all your outdoor decoration needs. If you're wondering exactly how you can find these and actually use them, well, you can find these new inventions by using the Flow, Watch menu, Store Inventions, then scroll down 10 stripes to Made by Rec Room. Click View More, and on the right search for asset name, tree, rock, fern, etc., or using the exact asset names above. Save them to your palette, then place them using your maker pen like any other invention. And of course, feel free to let them know if you have any feedback on these inventions or if you have any other sets of inventions you'd like to see Rec Room add. Big props to the art team for putting these together. And inside the gift that they actually share, they casually show an unreleased maker pen skin. It's like this cat maker pen, and we don't see like the front of it or anything like that, but I want it! We'll have to see what Rec Room decides to do with that, or if it's just like a Rec Room exclusive item. We'll just wait and see. And recently in Rec Room, there was actually supposed to be an update this upcoming Monday, but the Rec Room developers had accidentally ran into a problem, and it seems like they just couldn't update the game. So in other news, you guys can see that we have a new featured creator on the board, we have some new rooms, I'm pretty sure we have some new Instagram stuff as well, and we also have new YouTube stuff as well.
Now listen, you see me on screen mode, you assume I did something wrong, but I did nothing wrong. I was just editing, and Rec Room decided to release this announcement. Apparently, Rec Room's been talking a lot internally about monetization, and they want to share this internal post from their CEO, Nick, to give some important context on the topic as we move forward. Click here to visit the creator forum and see what the update is in its entirety. And inside this actual creator forum, you guys will see that they're talking about building a sustainable Rec Room. The team has been hard at work on updates to Rec Room Plus, and we're excited to roll them out soon. We think RR Plus is the best way for players to support the game, so we're focusing on making RR Plus an obvious choice for active players. This means in the near future you'll see changes to how we talk about Rec Room Plus in the app and changes to how we develop features for Rec Room Plus members. We want to strike a balance between providing a great free experience and making RR Plus a premium membership worth joining. And then they decide to share this post from the CEO Nick to give some important context onto the topic as we move forward. When it comes to building a sustainable rec room, for the last 9 years, they made an illogical choice as a business. They kept the doors open while operating at a loss. Rec room has never been profitable. We consistently spend more than we earn, and we depended on investor funding to keep going. That's how most software companies get started, but it's not sustainable, and it has to change if we want Rec room to be around for a long time as an independent company. It's time for Rec room to stand on its own. It's time for us to rely on the people that play Rec room, that love Rec room, and not our investors to keep us in business. And there's a monetization challenge. Let's be honest, Rec room isn't great at monetizing. The numbers are clear, fewer than 2% of our players spend money each month, and that means 98 out of 100 people play for free. This has always been true, but it can't remain true. Some games can make this kind of conversion work. Match 3 games that have extremely low operating costs can. No real-time multiplayer minimal support needs, no trust and safety costs, no complex content storage, or in some cases, games where a small group of players spend huge amounts of money that can make that work, like social casino titles. That's not who we are, and it's not who we want to be. We want to build a sustainable business by operating a fair value to a broad base of players, not by depending on a small amount of the group to carry the load with outsized spending. First of all, Rec room is expensive to run. We live in a multiplayer platform, and that needs servers, moderation, storage, infrastructure, and customer support. We recently made the very difficult decision to reduce team size to lower cost, and that was painful for everyone. Still, we have a substantial operating cost, peoples and systems, where there's not much more we can easily cut. So to keep Rec room running for a long time, we need a broader base of paying players. Good news is that we have the players, we have the engagement, and the games are at our scale that generate the revenue needed to sustain a business like ours. Millions of people play Rec room each month. Millions of them are deeply engaged, playing regularly for 6 months or more. Even among this group, very few spend money. We don't need everyone to pay, that's not realistic. We don't need people to pay on day one. But if someone has been playing Rec room for months or even years, it's a strong signal that they like what Rec room has to offer, and we shouldn't be shy about asking them to contribute. If they don't need to contribute much, just Frappuccino money, a Rec room Plus subscription costs about the same as a venti Frappuccino at Starbucks. If it's 1 in 5 of our long-term players, plus 6 months tenure subscribed, Rec room would be sustainable. Now I'm going to put a little pause in this, and I can see where they're coming from. I'm a Rec room Plus paying person. I make videos on the game and stuff like that, and you know, I do a lot more in the game outside of making videos. I love Rec room, but I don't necessarily agree with this. It's your decision to spend your money, it's your decision to make these types of purchases, and it's your decision if you want to help support Rec room. But there should be more features for Rec room Plus in my opinion. I don't think Rec room Plus is, as worth it as Rec room makes it seem. We need a lot more, and I mean a lot more for Rec room Plus to really stand out. Anyways though, I just want to say, getting Rec room Plus is always your decision, and if you guys decide to actually get Rec room Plus, use my code, come on now. Anyways, lean into Rec room Plus. Rec room is going to focus on growing Rec room Plus among their deeply engaged players. That starts with 3 steps. They're going to explain their subscription better. A lot of players already have Rec room Plus. It's a good deal and the retention is strong, but the way we present it, a giant wall of text, it's awful. Let's fix the basics and clearly communicate why it's worth it. They want to be deliberate about their subscription, and as they build new features and even look at some existing ones, we need to assess whether they should be fully free up to a point, or part of a subscription. Different features have different costs to operate and different value to our players. We need to strike the right balance so what we're offering aligns with what it takes to keep Rec room sustainable. Obviously, we'll need to do a great job at communicating this to the community, and this isn't easy to explain. So let's be transparent and help them understand what we're optimizing towards. And they want to get comfortable asking. We need to get over the discomfort of asking our most dedicated users to support the service. Yes, every monetization change gets us roasted on Discord and Reddit, and that sucks. I hate it too, but I want Rec room to stick around. And if we can't ask people who play for dozens or hundreds of hours to spend a little money, then we're not going to make it as an independent company. Here's the path forward. Here's the good news again. You don't need to reinvent the wheel. The users are here, the engagement is here, the infrastructure is already in place. What we need to do is simple. Ask more clearly, more confidently, and more effectively for our long-term players to support the service they love. We had a tough start this year, and you've all been working hard to make sure we can bounce back. So we've got an amazing set of features coming up, and let's make sure we're using that momentum to get Rec room on a sustainable footing, so we can be around for a long time. But of course, at the end of the day, it is always up to you, and what are your guys' thoughts on this new developer blog?
As you guys know, I have channel memberships on this channel, and if you're actually inside my channel memberships, I shout you out in every single video. So let's get to it, baby! Massive shout out to these people who include Misha, Nat the Pup, Toms, Cam VR, Blade VR, Nathan Creates Content, Dude, Nubdub, Scott Walker, JVD, Emir, Kobe Fan 76, Cam, Dex Storms, Daytrix, Names Enlisted, Villas Arts, Nolan the Dragon Boy, Garlic Bread, It's Freddy RR, Dozer, BBB Burning Owl, Raphael, Netflix69, and of course, Box David. Thank you for supporting me! And of course, people, oh, my hands are gone. But of course, thank you guys so much for supporting me. And of course, let's get to the end of this video. Wow. But yeah, it seems like that's pretty much it for Rec Room. And of course, let me know your guys' thoughts on all the Rec Room news that we actually covered in today's video. If you guys noticed that I missed a piece of news that actually came out, then feel free to let me know inside my Discord server, which I will have linked inside the description below. Though that's pretty much it, and thank you guys so much for your continued support. You guys should see some other videos on the screen right now about, other Rec Room news, or me talking about, my super secret message towards Rec Room that you guys will totally click on because it's so enticing and you're gonna love it. I'm getting too ahead of myself. Anyways, though, feel free to like and subscribe, do that too. And of course, people, I will catch you inside the next video. Peace! You know what, for old time's sake, screw it. Bro fist!